Hello everybody, my name is Jose Gomez and welcome to a new chapter of this podcast, Barcelona Guide. Podcast created to teach you interesting things about Barcelona. So I'm the founder of Looking Barcelona company where I provide tours to discover this amazing city. And today I'm going to talk to you about the stained glass windows in La Sagrada Familia. So La Sagrada Familia, as you probably know, is an amazing church by the architect Gaudi, and the stained glass windows is one of the most beautiful elements of this amazing church. A few months ago, I did one audio just talking about La Sagrada Familia. Then I told you that when people comes into the church, everybody is surprised. People don't expect to find all these colors inside, because inside is happy, spiritual, and inside is very different to the exterior. Let me tell you about that. Outside, we find hundreds of stone sculptures. Some represent flowers and other palms trees, animals. La Sagrada Familia has three facades. On the Nativity facade, we can admire huge stone rosary that slides between the sculptures, a cypress tree, and two huge stone turtles. We can find the signs, the zodiac, some Latin words, and hundreds of symbols everywhere. The decoration continues along the rest of the exterior walls. Everything is an allegory, and everything has a common link, and this link is the life of Jesus. On the Nativity facade, there is one of the entrances, so we enter inside, and now we are surprised. The interior is sober, elegant, and majestic. Gaudi designed the inside like that. Gaudi's idea was that inside was a place for prayer and meditation. So the interior is like a great forest. There are 54 columns, big pillars that are like redwoods, like big trees, huge trees that extend their branches to the ceiling. I love stained glass windows that are made up of pieces of glass in many different colors, and that transform natural light into a symphony of intense and harmonious colors. All these lively colors are reflected in a white marble floor. On the floor, it's a white marble so pure that sometimes it seems to me like a mirror. So the artist who made of the stained glass windows is the painter Mr. Joan Vila Grau, who took as inspiration the magnificent Gothic stained glass windows. Stained glass windows are compositions made from small pieces of glass in bright colors, joined by strips of lead, the metal lead. The conception, and the technique is very old, but the artist's language that we find in the stained glass windows of La Sagrada Familia is very modern. So, normally in old churches, we find represented people in stained glass windows that are usually saints, so the Virgin Mary, Jesus, or any other. Grau's stained glass windows in La Sagrada Familia are not figurative. They do not represent people. They are abstract. It is just a game with light and color. In 1999, Mr. Vila Grau received a commission that would surely be the most important in his life, to design the large stained glass window on the west facade of La Sagrada Familia. This is the facade that speaks of resurrection of Jesus. This is the facade of the Passion facade. So before start to work, Grau spent a few months doing an intense study of Gaudi's and his work. He studied other houses that the architect had designed and the role that stained glass windows play in his different projects. After this, Mr. Grau got started his work. The window was completed in 2 years, and in 2001 it was already installed. And the result is a very beautiful and suggestive work. I love to stop and to show it during my guided tours. So, the whole set is made up of more than 1,000 different species of glasses, where a large number of colors are combined. In the lower part, red predominates, symbolizing the blood of Christ, passion and death. The foundation that managed Sagrada Familia liked the work that Grau did with these stained glass windows so much, and they decided to commission all the stained glass windows that were put in the church. Work in which still today, 20 years later, Mr. Grau continues on Mars. Mr. Vila Grau's objective is to develop an authentic and total symphony of colors and light. So, all this play of reflections and ephemeral colors, all these lights created a very special atmosphere and sensations and feelings, mysticism, spirituality, beauty, and intensity. This was Gaudi's idea, who said the church of La Sagrada Familia will be luminous, will be the church of harmonious lights. Gaudi didn't design all these stained glass windows. He just said that inside has to be colorful. People sometimes ask me, Jose, do you think that Gaudi could like all these stained glass windows today in case he will be with us today? And I think, yes, sure. Gaudi said, I'm going to start this church, but just start. This is a work for future generations, and each generation have to add something new, something special. So Gaudi designed the temple in the image of ancient Gothic cathedrals that he admired so much. So to speak of Gothic is to speak of those enormous big cathedrals that developed in Europe in the 12th and 13th centuries, like Notre Dame in Paris, Burgos Cathedral in Spain, or Westminster in London, and a style characterized by verticality, buttresses, and of course stained glass windows. During the time of his started construction and the end of the 19th century, it was the end, yes, 19th century, the neo-Gothic was in fashion. Many architects, like the French Viollet-le-Duc, tried to do something new, to give another air from traditional Gothic style, Gothic architectural style. Gaudi studied and loved the work of all these architects. So, and he tried to give his own interpretation of Gothic style. Let me explain to you some interesting things about Mr. Joan Vila Grau, the artist. He was born in Barcelona in 1932. In the year 1955, he left architecture studies to dedicate himself professionally to painting. Among many other things, he's a member of the Royal Academy of Science and Arts of Barcelona, founder of the design group La Cantonada, founder of the newspaper Question of Art. He has some works in Switzerland, in Argentina, in Holland, in Andorra, Spain, and other places. And I recommend you, on my Instagram, I have taken some pictures from the stained glass windows that you can have a look to understand better what we are talking about. Or internet, you can write stained glass windows in La Sagrada Familia, and you will see lot of pictures. It's very interesting, but because they are that unique. So, if you have any questions that you can send me, my email is hello@lookingbarcelona.com, and I left my email address in the notes of the program. So, and I wait for you in the new chapter. Adios, goodbye.